board, the Lopatcong Township regular meeting for April 1st, 2026. Prayer, please. At this time, would you please keep Conrad Mellard, a longtime resident and volunteer, in your prayers? He was a great man, and we just lost him recently. Pledge allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Adequate notice of this meeting has been provided indicating the time and place of the meeting in accordance with Chapter 72 of the Public Laws of 1925 by advertising a notice on the Township website at lopatcongtownship.com, by posting a copy of on the bulletin board in the municipal building, and is accessible by a direct hyperlink placed on the New Jersey Secretary of State's portal. Roll call, Beth, please.
Yes, Councilman Valcaro.
Here.
Councilman Marinelli.
Here.
Councilman McQuaid.
Here.
Council President Polito.
Here.
Mayor Wright.
Here. Wade, would you summarize executive session, please?
Yes. Township Council met in executive session where it discussed the following privileged matters: attorney-client privilege, Lopatcong Park Project, contractual LAA contract update, personnel docket number AR 2026 to 211 police grievance, contractual South 6th Street lawsuit update, attorney-client privilege, the Cubes warehouse fees agreement with Lopatcong, litigation, harbor management, Brakely Gardens update, contractual DPW contract update, contractual police PBA contract update, attorney-client privilege, JCP&L EMS utility bill dispute, and attorney-client privilege, Lopatcong School District SRO. Minutes from the executive session will be released at such time as the council deems no public harm will come from it and no official action was taken. There are going to be 3 motions. First, a motion to approve a settlement with the police grievance for docket number AR 2026-211.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Councilman Valcaro.
Yes.
Councilman Marinelli.
Yes.
Councilman McQuaid.
Yes.
Council President Polito.
Yes.
Mayor Wright.
Yes.
A motion to approve settlement for the lawsuit with South 6th Street.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Councilman Valcaro.
Yes.
Councilman Marinelli.
Yes.
Councilman McQuaid.
Yes.
Council President Polito.
Yes.
Mayor Wright.
Yes.
And a motion to authorize the execution of the PBA collective negotiations agreement.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Councilman Valcaro.
Yes.
Councilman Marinelli.
Yes.
Councilman McQuaid.
Yes.
Council President Polito.
Yes.
Mayor Wright.
Yes. Okay. All right, public comment, agenda items only. Seeing none? Old business, number 1, approved minutes for March 4th, 2026, executive and regular sessions. Have a motion and second, please.
Motion. Second.
Roll call?
Councilman Valcaro.
Abstain.
Councilman Marinelli.
Yes.
Councilman McQuaid.
Yes.
Council President Polito.
Yes.
Mayor Wright.
Yes. Number 2, ordinance number 2026-03, second reading and public hearing to accept roadways known as Mountain View Road in Spring Court. Have a motion and second to hold a public hearing.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Public comment from the public. Anybody have anything to say?
Can you just do a brief on that?
A brief?
Yeah.
Like what?
These roads here, these are new roads, right?
Right.
That were taken over from the developers?
From, what's in?
Scenic race.
Right.
Yeah,
Taken over from the developers.
Right.
correct.
So now
We take care of it.
we
The
take
town
care
will
of
be
them.
responsible to maintain them.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Motion second to close the public hearing.
Motion.
I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion second to adopt this ordinance.
Motion.
Second. Roll call vote, please.
Yes, Councilman Valcaro.
Yes.
Councilman Marinelli.
Yes.
Councilman McQuaid.
Yes.
Council President Polito.
Yes.
Mayor Eklund.
Yes. New business, introduction of the 2026 budget.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Back here again, another year. We'd like to introduce the 2026 budget. It's with a total appropriations of $11,996,550.03. Less anticipated revenues of $5,496,329.37, leaving an amount to be raised of $6,500,220.66. It's what this, our municipal share would be, a house assessed at $231,000 would be approximately $40 for the year increase. I do not have any numbers on the school or the county. That is just our share. We had to cut about 64,000 from this budget to get under our appropriations cap. And last year, we cut close to 300,000 to get under that cap. So we have increased costs, but the cap still is in effect for now. I know there's a lot of talk about increasing or increasing or getting rid of the cap, because utilities, everybody knows, even their residential share, utilities are through the roof. Electric, especially gas, pensions, and then we have the health benefits. So even those items there are way over that 2%, along with all the statutory stuff that, and the mandates from the state, DEP and everything. So $40, I think, without interfering with the services we provide, is not too bad for the annual cost. Any questions? And May 6th will be the public hearing and adoption for this budget.
Okay. One question, how much does the state give back to municipalities?
That figure
Yeah.
hasn't changed in years. It's $959,579 for us.
So that's what we get.
That's what we get, and I tell you, I think that figure's the same since I've been CFO here.
So there's no increase in that.
No increase at all, just mandates, no increase.
And I'm
They
sure,
talk about it, but it never happens.
I'm sure other municipalities, they get an increase, I would assume.
No, I don't think so. I have a CFO chat, and pretty much everybody's in the same boat. The big topic is, of course, the state health benefits, which we switched out of, which is going to work out well all around, because the state health benefits now, they're saying it will be obsolete in a couple years because of the drastic costs and, you know, cost to everybody. And the more people that get out of it, the less you spread the expense through or about. So that's really a big one there. I do know that a lot of municipalities are having struggles staying within that cap. So there's really nothing to do. You could go off for a referendum, but that takes a long time. So we're in the boat with everybody else there.
Thank you.
Rich, anything? No. Well, thank you very much. And once again, you did a great job, and you're always getting the cuts that we need to be cut, so I appreciate that.
It's gonna be
Okay.
tight this year, though,
What's
really
that?
tight.
Yeah, it's gonna be tight, yeah.
It was tight last year, we made it through, but every year it gets tighter and tighter.
I know. All right, could I have a motion and a second for the induction of the budget?
Motion.
Second.
Roll call vote, please.
Yes, Councilman Delcaro,
Yes.
Councilman Marinelli.
Yes.
Councilman McQuaid,
Yes.
Council President Polito,
Yes.
Mayor Eklund.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Consent agenda 1 through 10, have a motion and a second, please. To approve it.
Motion.
I'll second it. Roll call vote.
Yes. Councilman Delcaro,
Yes.
Councilman Marinelli,
Yes.
Councilman McQuaid,
Yes.
Council President Polito,
Yes.
Mayor Wright.
Yes. All right, council reports. Rich?
I don't have any other information other than what I gave last meeting, reference to the sewer. I guess our attorney is still trying to work out with the town how we're going to distribute that 22% increase to our residents, but they are going to be increased.
Nope, I just want to add that the increase will start in the second quarter. So if you got your last sewer bill, it's probably low. I know mine was, the price. But your next one, that's where you'll see the increase. So look out for it. About 22%, correct?
Mhm.
Crazy. Scott? No, nothing. Jim?
Okay, I'd like to thank the DPW, the fire department, and the student volunteers from Phillipsburg High School Key Club and National Honor Society for all their help with a very successful Easter egg hunt this past Saturday. The Earth Day cleanup in town is going to be April 18th, and the pickleball courts will be ready this spring. We're going to have a clinic on May 16th with the rain date of May 30th. A resident is going to be running the clinic. He's very interested in getting this going. He's even set up a web page where people can sign up to use the courts. And he also recommended some additional equipment for the courts. That's all.
Great. That'd be nice. Okay, myself, just want to bring up a little thing. We received a petition for request to the mayor and town council repaving of Puddingstone Way and Briar Place. It was signed by about 28 people. So we'll turn this over to our engineers and see how fast we can get that done, put that on the list and get it done. So, we'll get that done. That's about it. I really don't- I want to thank the PD on a personal note and the EMS responding to my mother's house today. She fell, broke her leg, and 90 years old. They responded quickly and did a heck of a job. So I just want to say, great job. Really appreciate it. All right, engineer report.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Mayor. Well, we can start with Puddingstone Way and Briar Place. I visited Puddingstone Way and Briar Place with Brian Weeks and Brian Race, or DPW. It was both of us, right? Brian Weeks and Race came out. Brian Race, right? So we visited Puddingstone Way and Briar Place. We reviewed the conditions. There are segments that are in better condition than others. Certainly could do with pavement resurfacing, some drainage repairs, some repairs to manholes. Our typical approach to road improvements and maintenance activities. So, my initial thought was that those roads in Puddingstone Way and Briar Place will be placed on the next round for DOT grant funding. So we submit those typically in June, and then we find out, when the grant funding is awarded, typically in around November, late October to early November timeframe. So then we would then put that on our next, basically, project that would be likely partially DOT funded. Usually they don't fund these projects 100%. We would have to do some estimating, some measuring, and put in for funding to the state through the New Jersey DOT local aid program, and then we would receive funds for that work. So, based on the council's confirmation or agreement, we would pursue that as our next grant application. That's my thought in the approach there. Going back to our current road that we currently have under construction, that was partially completed back in the fall, Stonehenge Drive. That actually is scheduled for milling tomorrow and paving on Friday. We were trying to get it, while the school was on spring break. So weather dependent, it will be completed by the weekend. If the weather doesn't hold out, let's say Friday for finishing up paving, then that will be done, between Monday and Tuesday of next week, so that when school is back in session after spring break, that they're off the roads and we get it done while there's a bit less traffic around the middle school area. So that's scheduled for the next one. Then the next road that we do have DOT funding for, Strikers Road Phase 1. It's the upper portion coming down from the county fairgrounds area, coming down towards James Avenue. That's our next round for DOT funding that we do have funds for, and we'll be preparing plans for that, for the next phase of work there. Another item that we had, the Sallyport is currently underway, under construction. It's probably about 75% complete at this point. We're waiting on some door hardware and some other materials to get delivered, painting of some of the other exterior features on the building, and work is progressing on that. The park improvements plan with the pool, we're currently on our third rebid of the project. This rebid is unique from the first two. We've reduced the scope. Instead of bidding the vast majority of the park project, we've now focused on just the pool area. So we're going to currently out to bid the pool itself, the bathhouse, and all the areas immediately surrounding the pool. So that would include the parking and also walking paths that would connect the pool to the pickleball courts, and some widening along St. George's Avenue, and some parking right next to the pickleball courts to provide a bit easier access for people who would like to just play pickleball and sort of leave the site. So that currently is being, bids for that phase 1 project are being opened on April 28th. So we're hopeful we get more, acceptable bids, figures back, and we can review those bids prior to the next council meeting in May, and we'll see how that comes out. And the final item that, sort of something that was certainly brought up last year, and we didn't immediately pursue it, but we heard it last month regarding the issues on Reservoir Road. Brian and I also visited Reservoir Road, and we looked at the areas in need of resurfacing and repair. A lot of the issues there were going on, and certainly Brian's aware. There's some water coming off the hillside, sort of perking out of the ground, running along the road, and that's really impacting the stability and the quality of the pavement there. So we're going to be looking at, we were out there, I believe last week, we went out and drove around there and looked at all these areas. So our next step is to look at where we can do these drainage repairs first, installing some extended drainage collections tied into the existing drainage system on the road. And once we really manage the water, then we can come back with a resurfacing, mill pave the whole road within Lopatcong, and hopefully then have a better road moving forward.
Right.
So that's going to be something we work on, in the next month to 2 months, so that we can move forward with getting that repair done.
Right.
That's all I have right now.
That's okay. All right, Chief?
Thank you, Mayor, Council. Good evening. So for March, I have a traffic report for you. We had a total of 501 traffic stops, and 56% of the drivers that were stopped were issued a traffic citation, while 21% of those issued a citation were for commercial motor vehicles being overweight, and other violations as well. And then I have one announcement to make. We have a longtime police officer that'll be retiring at the end of April, Captain Scott Bishey. He's had nearly 27 years of service with the township, and his final day of work is going to be April 30th with a walkout ceremony beginning at 4 o'clock if you'd like to attend. And the public is welcome to attend as well. We appreciate that. And that's my report.
Good.
Thank you.
Chief. DPW, Brian?
Some things with Adam was talking about, your pickleball. I have those in my lockdown under my term now. I turned it over from K&A. I did question one thing, Adam. I don't know how you guys plan on doing this, but there's no locks on there once I take them off where you're going to be able to lock people out, or I don't know how you plan on scheduling this thing because it's just basically flip locks. All right, it's not like you got a master lock or, you know what I mean, something like that, that you can punch in different codes and all that into it. So to isolate it out to certain things is something you're gonna have to think about and change, you know, the locking mechanism there if you're planning on doing that. All right, so that's,
Speaking about the pickleball courts, grass seed, does it need a little bit more grass seed growing there? It's kind of looks sparse. You know, I'm thinking about the mud, you know, from the weather.
well, it's growing. I mean, it didn't grow much last year. I mean,
Yeah.
it was pretty
You think you
much,
should beef it up?
it's up to you guys. I mean, I haven't really looked at it. I can look at it if you want me to. I can throw some more down. You know,
I looked at it and I saw mud, so.
well, I'll do it. I'll throw some more down.
Maybe some
All right.
straw on top of it and so it's.
Well, I can't. You want me to straw the whole entire thing too?
Well, maybe I should want to look at it.
Around it. I mean, just, we don't want.
No, it's not brand new grass.
Not
It's
around the
gonna,
whole thing,
yeah,
it's
it's
around
gonna
it
grow.
where you go in.
I'll take a look at it tomorrow and I'll make a decision. You know what I mean? What I think, and then I'll talk with you about this, let you know what I've come up with. All right. I haven't got it, you know, good with that, but I know it's growing pretty rampant right now. You know, all the grass is.
It should keep coming in, I know.
That's what I mean. It
was
wasn't, it didn't have its
final seeded,
chance
like-
through the winter.
Yeah, it was like August, September when they final seeded it last year.
Right.
So it only had like 2 months of growth before. it
Yeah,
got
which is
cold.
really nothing from zero to that.
Right.
Yeah, so it's got a lot
Hopefully
of,
it'll keep coming in.
it's got a lot of growth, so, but I will purchase some grass seed and throw it down on there and see what, if I gotta do anything else to it, I'll do it. Make it right for the public. All right. Just an update on the month. I mean, winter's over, we know that, but at that point, we have to go out and we fix every place that the plows ran over. You know, people got their mailboxes sometimes back further, and that's kind of when you can't see the road, that's what you guide by. So you take their yard a little bit out and different things. So we went out and fixed the whole community that way. All right, brought it all up and everybody seems to be happy. We yesterday turned the ball fields over to the LAA, the ones, you know, that can all play. All right, we do have infield mix on order. I just don't know how to get it to put it down. I mean, you know, we're worried about getting them to play, practice and everything else, so we will do that manpower wise as we go. It's just the way it is. You know what I mean? So playing the game took priority over whether you had a little dent for water or something. All right, because I got to send, you know, 3 trucks up to go pick it up 3-4 times. You know? But anyway, we maintain the ones out here. The LAA maintains the ones in the park with the workmen. All right, that's the agreement we've had for years. So just so you understand what's what. All soccer fields, all sports is ready to go from our side. All right, so we've been working on the storm drains and different things. We had some issues. Couple of your developers, I don't think it was your fault. It's the way it was way back when they decided to overlay and put risers in and leave the heads down and not do it right. So it threw a monkey wrench into some things. All right, so we got some parts on order. There's 83 heads back there yet that will be put down, but we have to order some risers. All right, and things and some longer bolts. All right, what they did was they paved everything and then went on base, and then they put risers in, left the heads, 8-inch heads in, but made them as 6-inch heads, but they're not. All right, I mean, Adams.
Yeah, it was all down Red School Lane as well.
Yeah, I mean, they did some funky stuff there, but, so I just got to get some 2-inch risers and put them in there and stuff like that. So, we put in approximately, I'm going to estimate maybe 150, 200 heads, close to 200 heads already are in. We will be going back out. We don't have a choice. I put money in. I don't know where we stand with it all yet, but this is the year it has to be finished. By stormwater regulations, it must be done. All right, and I don't know exactly what we have left, 200 or something like that, 200 more. All right, it's got to be done.
The purpose for that is for safety, right?
No,
What's the purpose? Because they shrunk the opening of the heads.
what they did, Lou, is they paved the road, okay, completely. All right, with base. All right, now they come back later, okay, and they go, oh, let's not mill down, let's just pave over with 2 inches of top. All right, so what they now have to do is they have to rise the grate, all right, up 2 inches, because that's what you're gonna put down, right? So the head now sits, which is an 8-inch, sits down here and the grate's up here. All right, so I can't change that anymore. It doesn't meet the criterias. So I have to now get risers that take the spots where there's 4 bolts. All right, and bring that head up.
So you
Because if I don't, if I put in what's required, there's no opening. The opening is below the manhole, the storm drain.
So
To
you
answer your
come
question.
back to remove the heads, to put those risers.
I have to move the heads. They don't meet code anymore.
But the heads are replaced not for safety, but for environmental.
Environmental reasons, every
Okay.
storm drain had to be done.
To
It's
close
catch.
the opening.
Yeah, because I noticed in front of my house.
Yes.
The opening is much smaller.
Smaller,
Right.
smaller, and then the grate has to be,
Well, the-
if you look at some of the grates, it's,
So you're gonna raise that head, you're going back to raise that head? Or is that the way it's gonna stay?
no, we're gonna make it right.
Okay.
We're gonna do it right. We're gonna put the 6-inch on, we're gonna raise the head, because you can't get down in and do what you gotta do, and if you ever go to mill again and all that kind of stuff, you got a nightmare. So we're gonna do it right, so that down the road you have a town that's decent, you know what I mean, not a nightmare.
I always thought it was a safety issue concerning kids.
Now, the reason why they did that with the
Because
hole.
when I was a kid, back in the
Well,
day,
we all played in that stuff.
you know, we used to climb down in there.
Yeah, I used to climb under the pipes back in Holland
Okay.
Township. For fun
I
with
thought
it.
they shrunk it, so you couldn't do that.
Yeah, I was littler.
That was one of the places you could play hide and seek.
Yes, that's where we used to go. Yeah, but the reason for the real fast, and I'll shut up, is to keep the garbage, the storm, you know what I mean, the bottles and everything else, which I don't know if I agree with completely, but that's what the rule is and that's what you play with, to keep it from going down in the storm drain. But our storm drains drain to a detention pond that I have to clean out every year. So now we're stopping the bottles on the roads, on the garbage on the roads, instead of going in and getting into one spot. Now we gotta go around and pick it all over the place. You know what I mean? But that's the rules, that's what, you know what I mean, they want, so that's what they're gonna get. Just the other thing is, I'd like to direct the public a little bit. May I? Would you please stop putting your leaves out in the road? All right, it's not leaf season. All right, the sweeper has been around the town twice, and we keep going back and picking up leaf piles. All right, it's not what it's for. The junkyard up there, all right, that takes our sweepings for free, doesn't want leaves. All right, they want the dirt and the millings and everything else that's on there. All right, so please respect what you have, or we're gonna end up paying for it to remove it. All right, but that's kind of what's going on, and get ready to move to the next stage. So,
How we look for the Delaware Park Circle for a wet down? And a fire.
when do you want it?
I want it ready, I want it looking nice. There are a
All
lot
right,
of
we
things, a lot of
gotta,
people.
you gotta tell me about it. I don't know what you're looking for. I didn't even know anything to the wet down till now. Nobody's told me anything.
You had no idea about the wet down?
No, no, sir.
All right, we'll talk.
Okay, but I will do whatever you need.
Good.
All right.
Hold on, just one thing, the pickleball courts, they're locked right now?
What I did is I had K&A had lock on them, but the one lock doesn't even lock. There's 3 doors, okay? And you can't lock the other one because it can open it up and walk in anyway with the lock on. That's how screwed up that system is. But it's not him, it's the system. So I went out and made my own cable, took coated cable, all right, wrapped it up and made a cable that goes around on each door and then put a lock on it. So now you can't get in there no matter what happens. That latch means nothing no more.
So,
All right.
I don't think we ever discussed it, are we gonna open it?
We got
the public?
this guy
I
here.
think we'll do the clinic May 16th, but I know a lot of people want to start using
They've
that.
been asking me
Yeah,
when
and
to
me.
open it.
But they also told us don't get mud on the
Correct.
court.
For
That's
a
why
certain
I
period of
brought up
time?
Yeah.
the grass seed.
Right.
Yeah.
So
We
it's
wanna
it's
keep
all,
that up.
But once that all is taken care of, then it'll be open all the time.
Well, that's what I was asking, because I didn't know whether you were saying that you were gonna, like, rent it out on this day, okay? Or
Rent
plan,
it? We're not
plan
gonna
a,
rent
plan
it.
a, well, no, I didn't say that. I'm thinking that's what I was
That's
asking.
what I just heard you say.
All right, yes, but that's, I'm like putting things together here. All right, if you were gonna say, hey, you know, we're gonna go up there and you know, Joe Schmo's gonna play on Monday, and Tom says, yeah, it's yours to go play. All right, we're not renting it out, but authorized, you can't do that without having
Good.
control on that lock there. You lock it out, you know what I mean? So that's why I was saying that statement, Jim, or Rich. But it's up to you guys what you want to do there. All right, but the pavilion's all ready to go, everything's laid out. We're all ready to roll.
Thank you. All right, fire chief report, Jim?
Thank you, Mayor. So, start off with a call report. In March, we answered 17 calls for service, bringing our year-to-date calls to 53. Couple updates. Our tower is officially in service. We conducted all the training on it. We had 3 full days of training on it with a representative from the manufacturer that flew out from Wisconsin to conduct the training. Then we conducted our own personal training. Everyone is comfortable and confident putting the truck in service. So this past Monday night, we officially put the truck in service. So it'll be answering calls now. As we just mentioned before, the wet down is scheduled and approved for May 30th at the Park Square in Delaware Park. There'll be live music, food. Everyone's welcome to attend. There'll be memorabilia and stuff to purchase. So it's open to anyone, open to the public, and we're sending out invites to all the fire companies around.
If you need anything on that, make sure you reach out.
Sounds good. Thank you. That's all I have.
Thank you, appreciate it.
The old 69
Yes.
ladder truck, where is that now?
So that was sold to Anchorage Middletown Fire and EMS right outside of Louisville, Kentucky. The day we actually took in the new tower ladder, that one got shipped out. So it is down in Kentucky now, doing whatever their department wishes to do with it. So.
Okay.
Doing well. Thank you, appreciate you. EMS, anybody here? And Shade Tree, Board of Education report.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Council. So last month, I reported that our Board of Education and Administration were working together to hold a State of the District community event. Our event was held on Thursday, March 19th. We had approximately 40 people physically in attendance and another 38 attended virtually. We shared our progress toward our 5-year strategic plan. We are roughly halfway into the 5 years. We then had an interactive session that involved 5 main topic areas tied to the goals in the strategic plan, but also determined by a pre-event survey. The results of the evening are being tabulated and reviewed by the ad hoc committee from the board that was running this event. The full report will be given to our full board next Thursday night, the 9th. So if anybody's interested in hearing the results from that, you can come to the public workshop meeting. One of our board goals this year is to utilize data in our decision-making, prioritizing student achievement and communicating decisions transparently to the public. All in all, I'd say we had a pretty successful event. Obviously, everybody would always like more attendance, but it still was a really decent night. Another significant item has been the formation of our tentative budget. So you just had your budget presentation. We had a presentation on our tentative budget, which has been now sent to the County Department of Education office for review. Hopefully you are all aware that Lopatcong School District had a cut of state aid totaling $147,621. So while some items had a slight increase, there were significant cuts, especially in special education aid and our school choice aid. At our meeting next week, the superintendent and the business administrator will be doing a little more information about how we've adjusted the budget that got sent to the county, but it still is a tentative budget. So when that comes back, we also will be having a budget hearing and vote in May. This past Saturday, our National Junior Honor Society students volunteered at ShopRite of Greenwich. They were collecting food to help support the River of Life Food Pantry. The students collected 3,754 pounds of food, which surpassed the 1,048 pounds that they collected last year. So they were really psyched up and happy that that happened for them. This past week, our chess team participated in a 7th and 8th grade tournament that was held at Belvedere High School. A Lopatcong student placed 3rd in the solo competition, and overall, our team placed 5th in the competition. This is the highest that Lopatcong's ever done in that chess tournament, so we're happy for the kids. On Friday night, April 10th, the district will hold the annual AAG, Almost Anything Goes. This is a long-standing traditional night of fun, game-like activities with student, alumni, and parent staff teams competing against each other. All proceeds from this event will be donated to the Lopatcong Township Fire Department. That's also maybe some of you have actually been to that event, but you're welcome. It's open to the public, so feel free to come. Springtime is always busy, and April, we will see both our elementary and our middle schools holding their spring concerts. These are always anticipated and happy events for the kids that are singing and their families that are coming. The elementary school will be hosting an art show on April the 22nd from 5:30 to 7. Our elementary school students' art will be displayed along the hallways of the school, and our PTA will be offering art activities in the STEAM suite during the show. Again, an event that's open to the public if you'd care to come. And lastly, I would like to encourage you to consider attending a very special fundraiser being held by our PTA. The Harlem Wizards are coming to town to play against our Lopatcong school staff. The event is being held May 19th, but tickets are on sale now and are going fast. This event is being held at Phillipsburg High School. There are different levels of ticketing with various perks to each level, and we're really happy to help support and promote this PTA event because the PTA just does so much for our schools, for our students, and our staff. If you don't mind, I will be happy to email all of you the flyer for the Harlem Wizards. It should just be a really fun night. We're really excited about it. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
I have a question. The reduction in state aid.
Yeah.
143,000.
Yeah,
Can that be appealed?
I don't believe so. It's part of
No, I
the state.
understand that they have a formula.
It's part of the state funding formula, which
Yeah, it's a formula they use.
has been,
I
yeah.
mean, especially it's affecting some special interests.
The special education cut is really hard.
I mean.
All you
also-
need is one student to move in. You have to provide.
No, I understand that. And so an argument can be made for an appeal.
We're not the only ones. We're
No,
one
I
of
know.
5 in the county, I believe, but
There's 10 towns that, have a reduction.
I know that
Maybe like number
our
one.
superintendent actually, I shouldn't say I don't know if it is, he is inquiring about that because we did actually hear about some other district appealing, but I'm not sure where they appealed to.
Okay.
He was looking into it.
Well, I hope it works out.
Yeah.
I mean,
It was
no.
that was a big cut.
Because other municipalities, I was reading the articles, they get a tremendous amount of money.
Yeah.
It's just lopsided.
And
I
we're
don't
not sure
understand the
why.
formula, and I've read some, some reviews on it. It's not a good system, the way it's set up. It's not a fair system.
You're right.
Okay.
And I will say, while we're friends with our neighbors to the west of us, Phillipsburg gets an increase, Lopac gets a cut. When they get the increase, that makes their cost per student go up. We are a send receive to the high school. So while our cost to the high school then comes to us, who got a cut. So it's a really tough system.
No, it's not a fair system.
It's not gonna get any better either.
No. And we're faced with the same thing. I mean, our utilities are going up, the healthcare costs are going up, transportation is going up. We've got all the same issues that the town does.
Thank you.
Still the BA there?
Pardon me?
Is Tina still the BA?
She is currently, yes.
Okay, because I heard that she was leave absence, so I didn't know.
She's currently out on administrative leave.
Okay. So is there another person?
We have a temporary right now.
Okay.
Good?
All right, thank you.
If you guys decide to appeal, I'd like to know.
Sure.
We would like to-
I will have Mr. Marmolejo send you some
We would like to
information.
know as members of the governing body.
Yeah,
Okay? Thank you.
great. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Okay, LAA report, Mark, anybody here? Nope. Okay, approved department reports, motion and second, please.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Payment of bills, everybody had a chance to take a look at them? Agreed, motion and second, please.
Pay the bills.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Roll call vote?
Councilman Valcarro?
Yes.
Councilman Marinelli?
Yes.
Councilman McQuaid?
Yes.
Council President Polito?
Yes.
Mayor Redden?
Yes. Public comment. Mr. Betts.
Yes. Since it has the directors through council, I would like to ask about the just shy of a,
Announce your name.
yeah, John Betts, 225 Red School Lane. I would like to inquire as to, there's $1 million coming back from the state, all right? What comprises the taxes that this $1 million coming back is, what exemplifies the taxes that are supposedly being paid that aren't coming back? What taxes are paid?
You're talking about the
I'm
state
talking
aid that we received, the
And
959,000?
yes,
It's
that's,
not specific to an area, it's a total.
well, I understand that, but what is the total, what is the total coming from? I mean, is it something that the Lopatcong Township generates or uses? Or is it just you're just speaking of mandates that are not coming back? Like, I mean, say the tax, is it coming from property taxes, business property taxes, things of that nature?
The state aid, 959,000, that's an energy receipts.
Yes, okay.
That's what we get that from.
Yes, and that's for the town itself, for the town
There's a formula,
operations.
but that is our share, yes.
That's your share. I understand that, but I want to know whether it's something that the people of Lopatcong use and should be paying for or not. And then the other question I have is, as far as the student population goes, I would like to inquire as to, is the total student population going to Phillipsburg High School and also coming into the middle school here and the elementary schools, is the population increasing or decreasing? And if anybody knows how many students there are, the increase is, or how much the decrease
I would
is.
go to a school board meeting and find out.
Okay, that's where I'll go.
Yeah.
So, let's see, so that is basically, that it does help the townships paying for it, and then we're paying our taxes for one person, okay? All right,
All right,
thank you very much.
Yep. Anyone else? Sir.
Ernie Gallant at 245 Aurora Street. Brian had mentioned about snowplow damage, and my property is one of the ones where the snowplow came in and tore up some of my lawn. And I talked to Brian weeks at the time, and he said that, they would repair it. About, maybe like 2 weeks ago, whenever we had that last hot spell, somebody stopped by, and I think his name was Brian, I'm not sure, yeah. And I just wanted to say, I watched him out there. He was out there for quite a while. He did a really good job. I mean, it's not perfect. It's not, like it's never torn up, but he did a really, really nice job, and I really appreciate the effort that he put in. He wasn't just there and, I'm going to throw the
2
grass back and
seconds, yeah.
leave. He really took his time and placed it and did a very substantial job.
Good.
So I want
Great
to
to
say
hear.
thanks to the Department of Public Works, and particularly to that fellow Brian. So
Thank
thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Yes, sir.
Yes, hi, I'm John Magden. I live on 113 Puddingstone Way, and I just wanted to thank you and the council for moving forward with the repair of that street. My wife and I lived in this township for over 50 years, and we're original owners on Puddingstone when Country Hills started, and we were also original owners at Brinkley Park. We were at the end section of that, on Wordsworth Lane. And my concern was, when we lived on Wordsworth Lane, the road one day had a dip in it, okay? It increased a little bit more. Council was aware of it, but didn't move fast enough. And the day before that street went down, my brother-in-law was 12 years old at the time. And if he would have been one day later, he would have been in that home. And from what I remember, there was a 14-foot ladder in that home, on that street. So right in front of our driveway, that went down. My neighbor across the street, her yard went down, and another part of Wordsworth. So the condition of Puddingstone now, I mean, we were here in the very beginning of Country Hills. We were the second person to sign to have a house built in Country Hills. And Wordsworth, that section that we're talking about here, is the oldest street in Country Hills. And we're seeing pavement going on in other places, and our street is falling apart, completely falling apart. And wintertime, when it comes, the macadam, we're throwing parts of the street into our lawns, into the road. And I just bought a new snow blower 2 years ago, and it's already shot from the auger and all, because you can't see there's macadam in that snow. And we're throwing that stuff all over the place. And what really set this off, I think, is when we paved Stonehenge just recently, last year, the year before, going up to the school. When they were finished with that road, they had their pavement equipment. They parked it on our street, on that curb, and everybody on our street was excited. Finally, they're going to fix our street. 2 days later, they hauled the thing away. And it was just a short section, and that petition actually is for just the Country Hills section. And I have to say, the original Brinkley Park streets are better than, I think, Country Hills streets. Somehow along the line, things got cheapened up, and these streets are falling apart quicker than the old Brinkley Park section. Those roads are still halfway good, But my thing is, I appreciate, like I said, I've been here a long time. I got old in this township. We love it. My son grew up here, went to the schools, and now his daughter is going to Lopatcong school. So we just love Lopatcong, but we just have to keep it up.
Well, and I appreciate that. Mayor Mangucci, who was the previous mayor, I mean, he started a great plan a number of years ago, hitting streets, so we're trying to hit them all. We just can't afford to hit them all at once.
Yeah, and I understand. There are other streets too.
We're trying to follow his footsteps, because it was, it has to be done.
Yeah.
And a lot of, councils prior to us didn't do the streets, so we're trying to get them done. So we will get it finished.
Okay, very good, because all the people, when this petition went around, not one person hesitated to sign that petition, because that's how we feel about that road. It's just, it's the forgotten road, it seems, because it's an off road.
Right.
Well, thank you very much.
All right, sir.
Anyway.
Thank you. Anyone else? Not seeing anything? Motion for adjournment?
Motion.
Second? Second. All in favor? Thank you for coming out, guys.
Do you want to sign this? This is the